This season of the Urban Conservative Podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com. This episode of the Urban Conservative has also been sponsored by Case Technology Consulting. Help your business get value out of its data and become more efficient and streamlined. Case Technology Consulting. Check out the link in the description. Episode of Top of the Morning is brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Kelly Harmon, providing you with well-researched guidance backed by Edward Jones' extensive team and technology that help you prepare for retirement, children's education, or other financial goals. Call 252-473-1006 or visit the link on the screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. It is Friday morning. It is time for Top of the Morning here on the Urban Conservative. As always, you are joined by the TUC twins. I am Abdul Ali, joined by my twin brother Raheem, Architect Soto. Top of the morning, bro.
Top on the mizzle. I'm on the fizzle. I'll be back in 2 sizzles.
All right. And if you haven't done so already, please jump on over to tuconservative.com, the website you see on your screen. That way you can help us continue spreading conservative values and principles and the benefits of conservative policies to urban communities across this great nation of ours. As always, jump in the comment section. Let us know where you are watching and or listening from so that we can give you a shout out. Already, I see the homegrown Marlas in the comments. Shouts out to G-Town and everybody out there in the G, as it were. Also, want to give a super big shout out to the Frederick Douglass Foundation of North Carolina. If you are not a member, you need to go to fdfnc.org and join so that you can join us April 5th for our Lunch and Learn in Raleigh. Again, that is fdfnc.org so we can continue to spread the legacy of Frederick Douglass. And if I had to say, like, you know how people will go, I'm a this Republican or I'm a that Republican. I would say I'm more like a Frederick Douglass Republican. I'm more like you should be responsible for your own self-accountability, self-responsibility, all that good stuff. I see about the Gas House. Yeah, buddy. Shouts out to the Gas House. Y'all got an amazing sheriff out there in Gaston County. Shouts out to Shad Hawkins and the whole crew out there. But ladies and gentlemen, it has been an amazing week, an interesting week in the world of politics and entertainment, etc. I don't know if this counts as this week, bro, but I couldn't watch 1 minute of the BET Awards, bro. I couldn't watch 1 minute of it.
I tried. Shouts out to my guy Keith Murray and the Def Squad gentlemen for great performance, but it's not what it used to be. It's definitely not what it used to be.
So I made this post the other day and I got a message from somebody that was like, are you saying that black people don't have a ghetto experience? Because I put up a post that said black and ghetto are not the same thing. Like, those two things aren't, just because you're black doesn't automatically make you ghetto. Like, where did that come from?
That's retarded. I don't know what other,
shouts out. We see the brother Brian Glaze Gibbs in the comments. If you haven't done so already, you need to go check that brother Brian Glaze Gibbs channel out. Shouts out to him and everything he got going on. Shouts out to the real Brian Glaze.
Yeah,
Gibbs.
Matter of fact, he just dropped a real crazy interview with Sammy the Bull. Yeah, he dropped a serious piece with Sammy the Bull. Y'all need to head over to his channel. Make sure you check out that interview. I like what that brother does because his mission is to keep these young kids from, as he always likes to say, throwing rocks at that prison wall, making that multi-billion-dollar prison industry more multi-billion-dollar-ish. So, shouts out to him and shout out to what he got going on. Make sure you pull up to that Black Leadership event too.
Yo, listen, I gotta tell you something, bro. And I'll fill him in off the air, but I've been seeing these interviews from what they call him, the booty warrior from Fleece Johnson or whatever his
Yo,
name
if
is.
y'all seen that, if y'all haven't seen that, I almost don't want to tell y'all to watch it.
Yo, I'm not gonna front. It terrified me when he was talking about, because I'm looking at the video and I'm like, yo, the homeboy don't got no teeth. Like he got the, you know how when you don't have teeth, you got the. So he goes on to say he bit so many people in the prison system, like attacked them and bit them, that they took his teeth. Like they surgically removed.
Speaking of that, what was your mugshot for today?
Oh, I'm on my Father's Day mug situation.
Oh, you love that mug. I'm not mad at you.
I love that mug.
I switched it up for today.
Oh, that says bright. You got your camera on reverse, but that says bright. Right, okay, I can dig it. I can dig it. But yo, listen, young people, stay out of prison, bro. Because the dude was like, yo, I got out of prison. I went to go get some dentures. I got the dentures. I got fitted for everything. The lady calls me back and says, sorry, Mr. Johnson, you can't have these dentures. And he was like, what? You can't have the dentures. You can't have teeth. Giving Fleece Johnson teeth is equivalent to giving a felon a firearm.
According to them.
According to them, that man can't even have teeth. So again, check out the real Brian Glaze Gibbs channel over there on YouTube. So bro, this has been, I want to start with the low-hanging fruit here. Just the low-hanging fruit of it all. And that is Clarence Thomas, the Supreme Court, all that fun stuff. Now, they did some good stuff for conservatives, but I also want to shout, like they shot down the independent state legislature theory, the Moore versus Harper case in North Carolina.
Hold on. Before you do that, right? Because I forgot one. No, not a uh-oh. There was a shout out that I forgot to give. And because again, we over here, right? We all about people getting into leadership positions, right? So I have to give a big shout out to the homegirl that's been supporting our show. And shouts out
making that big screen. I'm making that big screen. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead. The team to elect Christine Doherty presents a cozy evening with Christine and guest speaker Jeff Deal at the Rooted Cafe inside of the historic Armory at 191 Highland Avenue, Somerville, Mass. That is going to be Saturday, July 29th, 7 p.m. through 9:30 p.m. There will be food, there will be beer and wine, and an array of non-alcoholic beverages for you Mormons. All right, that don't drink beer. Is it Mormons? Is that the Mormons? I don't know.
I think Mormons are dry.
There's a group that don't like alcohol. So for y'all,
I think the Quakers are dry. The Mormons are dry. The Mennonites are dry.
I don't know who drinks old duels besides like AA members, but there'll be some old duels in the building for you. But shouts out to her and her campaign. She is running for committee woman out there on the Republican ticket. So, shouts out to Christine and her whole team over there. I had to get that in there. We got to make sure we drive folks out. And again, you got to support patriots that want to get involved and, will do the right thing when they get in there. These are not career politicians. These are regular, hardworking people that, have had enough. So shouts out to her and her team. Make sure you get out and support the sister. That's all I had to do.
Nice.
Clarence Thomas. We're going to get a picture. We're going to get a picture of this gentleman up. This is what we're doing right now. Boom, bow. All right. So, I mean, now the thing is, right? The thing is now that the Supreme Court is racist. So, Supreme Court strikes down racial preferences in college admissions. The Supreme Court struck down all of the racial preferences on Thursday after an Asian American advocacy group challenged policies at Harvard and the University of North Carolina as discriminatory. The case, Students for Fair Admissions versus President and Fellows of Harvard College, will go down in history as one of the landmark cases of the court and marks a milestone in decades of affirmative action litigation. Now, if any of you guys know, like we always, we're big fans of Thomas Sowell over here, and we understand the devastation to Black education that affirmative action has caused. Students that would have otherwise been A++, double A++ students,
right,
now become failures because of this policy.
That's a certified fact
policy. So we're glad they struck it down personally, and anybody whining about such, right? Oh no. Oh no. I'll just let that sit there. I don't even have nothing else to say. I'm gonna just let that sit there.
Yeah. All right, my bad. I ain't mean to throw you off with that, but I'm sorry.
No, put that one back up. Put that one back up.
Yo.
That's the now of the picture. Let me remove this one.
Okay.
No, go back to the other screen. This is fine right here.
Okay.
It's fine right there. Let me switch that right there. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
So here's the thing, though. Yeah. But
the decision was a 6-3
Mhm.
split between conservative and liberal justices, with the majority opinion written by Chief Justice John Roberts. Justices Sonia Sotomayor, Elena Kagan, and Ketanji Brown Jackson dissented. Kagan is the former dean of Harvard Law School. Wonder why. And Jackson sat on Harvard's board of overseers, recusing herself from that portion of the case. Okay, and I would advise you all to go look up the opinion so you can understand why that decision was made. It is measurably bad. Affirmative action is measurably bad. I understand the intent behind it and what you
good
wanted
intentions,
it to be.
they say. What do they say? Good intentions pave the road to where? You know,
Hades. You going to hell with your good intentions. So, shouts out to SCOTUS.
SCOTUS, they did a good one. I'm a little on the fence about their Moore v. Harper, Moore v. Harper decision about the North Carolina Supreme Court. So what they've essentially said is that the independent state legislature theory is no good. So what North Carolina was saying is that in our state constitution, it says the legislature shall draw the congressional maps. What the North Carolina was technically arguing was that legislature means the state House, state Senate, not the state Supreme Court.
Right.
Which I tend to think legislature means legislature. That is what I tend to think. But instead of that, they have struck down that decision. Now, here's the beauty of that, though. We now have a Republican majority on the North Carolina Supreme Court. So I doubt very seriously that they're going to step in and override the legislature when it comes to these congressional maps. And the beautiful thing about it is that the last time we drew congressional maps, there was no race involved. Like, race was not one of the determining factors used to draw the maps. So when we start talking about areas like Charlotte, when we start talking about areas like Raleigh, when we start talking about Durham, when we start talking about Wilmington, when we start talking about Winston-Salem and places like that, y'all can't argue that they use race because they're trying to stop the black vote. They don't want black vote, people from black vote. It's like, no. The other thing is this, bro. Mm-hmm. And I gotta, it is interesting to see Ketanji Brown Jackson attacking Clarence Thomas. I don't understand what, like, you would think just getting on the court, she would keep her damn mouth shut. But no.
She didn't get on there because of her merit. It wasn't a merit.
She's an affirmative action hire.
Right. You got it because you're a black woman, not because you're a great justice. You know, you had this astonishing career. No, you had a good career. I'm not taking anything away from your accomplishments, but let's not act like you were on there because you did anything being a black female. Like, that's like her and Kamala. Like, Kamala Harris is not there because she had a great career and people loved her. She was there as an affirmative action hire. So let's take a quick commercial break. Oh, go ahead. All
right, real quick. So this lady, Erica Marsh, she's making the rounds because of this. The Supreme Court decision is a direct attack on black people. Let me ask you a question, bro. Do you feel attacked?
Nope.
No black person will be able to succeed in a merit-based system, which is exactly why affirmative action-based programs were needed. Today's decision is a travesty.
You know how racist that is?
You know what I looked at this morning when I saw yesterday?
But do you know how racist that is?
Yeah, the lady tried to cover and said, well, my intention about the post, here's what my thing is, right? Tell Barack Obama with his 29-acre, 8-bedroom, 7-bathroom, Olympic-sized swimming pool ass house up there in Martha's Vineyard on Cape Cod that he won't succeed in a merit-based system. Tell that to Clarence Thomas. Tell that to the back-to-back black secretaries of state. Tell that to the two black Supreme Court justices we got, because they all succeeded in a merit-based system.
Now that this has came up, I gotta play what's on our Instagram. Where is it?
Oh, Lord.
Switch to my tab for me, please.
Which tab is that? I got you. Switch to the tab.
The CEO, he announced of all the hiring for all the new pilots that are coming up this year, all the hiring for the new pilots, the main focus is going to be diversity. What? Diversity? Not the best pilots you can find? The ones with the most hours of experience? Ones you've done it before? Nope, diversity. I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of flying all the time with these white pilots landing safely and on time. Boring. CEO of United.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back here on Top of the Morning. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Jesus. Just because you're black doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com. All right, y'all, you are back with the TUC twins here on Top of the Morning, the best 30-minute morning show on the planet. I am Abdul Ali. That guy up there is my twin brother, Raheem, Architect Soto. And again, if you haven't done so already, support us by jumping over to tuconservative.com, grabbing yourself one of those Hamilton plans, or you can sponsor an episode or become a season sponsor. We got to give a big shout out to all of our underwriters and sponsors. Thank you so much. Because of you all, we are reaching millions of people, and we appreciate that. Bro,
all right,
I just got to...
We got to go through this Instagram account here. The reason I'm saying that is because there's a meme of the week we got to cover. I think this one may top the cake. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Já už o nich slovo nikdy neřeknu, ani teďka nebudu říkat. Já už o nich slovo nikdy neřeknu, ani teďka nebudu říkat. Já už o nich slovo nikdy.
All right. Maybe not. Maybe not. What about this one?
So that scene in the John Wayne movie, don't make me a dog-faced lion pony soldier. All right? God save the queen, man. So that's...
What?
All right. Hold on. We got to try this one. Try this.
Oh, Lord, 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 nothing I did, nothing I tried, nothing I smoked, nothing I snorted, nothing I drank, no man I did, no one did me, nothing did me any good. Oh, Lord, even that food, the food I put in my mouth, help me, Lord.
Yo, the food. Yo, listen to the food.
Lord, nothing I did, nothing I tried, nothing I smoked, nothing I snorted, nothing I drank, no man I did, no one did me, nothing did me any good. Oh Lord, even that food, the food I put in
the food. I'm surprised she didn't hit it with a woo.
I think had we let that go on. All right, here. This was not good right here.
Okay,
it's harder for people to buy stabilized braces. Put a pistol on a brace, it turns into a gun. Makes it more. You can have a higher caliber weapon, a higher caliber bullet coming out of that gun. It's harder for people to buy.
Yo, hold on. I need a gun specialist to get in here and tell us how that works.
It turns into a gun. Makes it more. You can have a higher caliber weapon, a higher caliber bullet coming out of that gun.
This is your guy.
It's harder for people to buy stabilized.
So at what point does this 25th Amendment thing? He is physically and mentally not. There was a video I saw. Like the dude made absolutely no sense, bro. Like
here, one more. Or is this the meme of the week? You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
My name is Admiral Rachel Levine, and I have the honor of being the Assistant Secretary for Health at the United States Department of Health and Human Services. Happy Pride. Happy Pride Month. Happy Summer of Pride. My name is Admiral Rachel Levine, and I have the honor of being the Assistant Secretary for Health at the United States Department of Health and Human Services. Happy Pride. Happy Pride Month. Happy Summer of Pride. My name is Admiral...
Oh, man, what a week. So let me I got one more thing because we're at the 20-minute mark. All right, and Ra, I didn't tell you I was going to cover this, but this is something that, do we save it for a podcast? Do we save it for the actual podcast? Because on our side of the aisle, right, we as conservatives, Republicans, we tend to want to treat people according to the content of their character and not the color of their skin. Okay,
Sure.
That's how we want to treat people, right?
Sure.
But let me ask you a question. When that guy pops up, right? Look, hold on. You ready? When that guy pops up, what do you think?
All right, my first reaction was pedophilic skinhead.
Okay. Look at his truck, though.
You asked me.
So this guy right here, and we're not
Got
going
the
to pretend
skinhead part right.
he got the skinhead part right, but this guy's name is Marion Hudak. He is from Concord, North Carolina. Mr. Hudak was arrested for racist crimes by the FBI a couple of days ago. The reason he was arrested is because he was attacking people. You see him in the street there. The feds nabbed him. He's what they call a Confederate sycophant accused of racial terror for well over a year. Mr. Hudak was arrested by the FBI on Thursday and charged with interfering with federally protected activities and the right to fair housing, according to the criminal complaint filed by the U.S. District Court for the Middle District of North Carolina. The agent who led the investigation said there was probable cause that Hudak committed racial intimidation. One incident outlined in
hold
the
on,
criminal...
but you know what's hysterical?
Mm-hmm.
He by his goddamn own self. He out there alone. Where's this conglomerate of racist Republicans that people always talk about?
Where's the crew
his
behind
backup?
him?
Yeah, go ahead,
So,
carry on.
According to the plaintiff, the argument ensued between Hudak and his neighbor, leading to a physical altercation, and Hudak assaulting the neighbor in the stomach, face, and back of the head. The fight also caused damage to the neighbor's car.
I'd love to see the neighbor. How old?
Mexican guy. Mexican guy, young family. I'm going to kill you, Hudak told the neighbor, according to the complaint. Prosecutors also said the neighbor told police about multiple attempts Hudak made to drive him off the road and verbal attacks against his sisters, who were just 9 and 13 years old. Hudak's
he's picking on people he think is weaker than him.
Yep. I promise you, this is never going to end, Hudak told a woman. In October 22, he allegedly tried to run a black driver and his girlfriend off the road in his pickup truck, crudely decked out in Confederate flag paraphernalia and Trump stickers, according to the complaint. Now, I went up and pulled Mr. Hudak's voter registration.
Mm-hmm.
You know you can do that in North Carolina.
You can. And what was he?
He's a Republican. He's been a Republican since 2015.
Okay.
As far back as I can go. So we're not going to pretend like we don't have our batshit crazies on our side. We're not going to.
But this is, we've been telling people that, and it's like Republicans and Republicans don't have what's that? They don't own batshit crazy. Neither do Democrats. Like, this is a universal.
No.
problem.
I'll give them that. The Democrats own their batshit crazy. They love it.
No. What I'm saying is that batshit crazy is not politically exclusive. That's what I'm getting at. It's not political party exclusive. There is a plethora and ranges and spectrums of batshit crazy.
Nah, so what I do, and y'all can use this at home, is I do something called the 20-20-60 rule. Did I tell you what the 20-20-60 rule is, bro?
Put them on.
All right, so 20% of people are batshit crazy to the left. 20% of people are batshit crazy to the right, and the remaining 60% of us are right smack dab in the middle. We're slightly left, slightly right. You know, we might be further right, further left, but for sure, we are not as batshit crazy like this guy. And I've seen that truck rolling around Concord, bro. I've seen that truck. And for the record,
but you know what I realized? Some of these people know who to bother. Like, they know who to bother, because I can tell you now, every instance of racism that happened to me happened on a drive-by. Like, it happened on a pass-by. Remember, the drive-by nigger. Remember that? I told you. Nigger. I've never been, because
yo. For the record, you were in the car with me when this. Hold on, I gotta stop this right now. What happened the one time you saw me get called a nigger to my face? What happened?
The wife and the husband were wearing the hot coffee.
scalding hot McDonald's coffee. Yo, by the time the R finished reverberating in my eardrum, the hand was already. I don't know if you remember it, but
Right.
I have absolutely zero tolerance for that foolishness. And while we're at it, Republicans, can y'all do me a favor? Some of y'all Republicans, can y'all stop with this Confederate shit, please? Can y'all just cut it out? Like, seriously, can y'all stop with the Confederate flag thing? I get it that for some of y'all, it's legacy. I get it for some of y'all, it's family pride, but no. It's not helpful to us. Okay. It's very difficult for me to go into certain communities when y'all are around here.
Listen, I will say it. I will say it right now. There are a contingent of Republicans around the country, some of them in North Carolina, that are racist. They
They
just
are.
straight up and down xenophobic racist. You can't have a name like Raheem and Adol and be Republicans. You can't be a Muslim and a Republican. This is people that are effectively running or in party position saying this crazy stuff.
Right. And you
They're
want to
saying this
hide your
nonsense.
racism, you want to hide your xenophobia behind this veil of Christian conservatism. Somebody brought up a valid point to me in a conversation yesterday, right? And I was like blown away by this point, Rod. The lady said, if you want prayer in school, would you allow a Muslim to pray in school? Would you allow a Buddhist to pray in school? Would you allow a Sikh to pray in school? Or is it you want only Christian prayer in school? Because that doesn't sound like you want prayer in school. It sounds like you want a theocracy. And I was like, damn, she got a point.
You know what? I guess we can stop on this here because it'll get a little touchy. I think there was a good idea with the separation between church and state, and that needs to be a little bit more explained to folks that while we do live in a nation that's about 75% Christian, right? We don't want a theocracy. If I don't believe what you believe, I shouldn't be. It's like if you can make the argument that the transgenderism is wrong, and you can make the argument that certain things are, I'll put it this way. We as Republicans, for the most part, don't care about your sexual preference. We don't, for the most part, say that homosexuality is wrong. What we say is that that's not for public consumption, right?
And leave the kids out of it.
It's also the same with your religion.
Mm-hmm.
There's a conversation that none of you guys want to have with us about religion because you're not educated in the subject matter. Some of y'all are pseudo-Christians. Some of y'all are pseudo-Muslims. Most of y'all don't study your religion. Y'all are in echo chambers and y'all repeat whatever pastor say. So that's the facts. Y'all repeat whatever pastor say. Y'all repeat whatever sermon you heard and don't actually study the religion. If you were, right, you would be eating a certain way. You'd be dressing a certain way. You'd even have political leanings a certain way.
Right.
But let's knock it off like y'all are holier than thou, and that somehow we should all be forced to live under your theocratic rules. It's not how it's supposed to be. We have freedom of religion, which means I can have whatever religion I want or lack thereof. And I shouldn't be forced to do that. So I think whoever said that to you is on to something. It's like, okay, so how are we going to break up this prayer in the morning? Is it Our Father who art in heaven, Bismillah? How are we going to do this? Do we DJ it all together?
Fair point.
How do we work that out? How are we working this out in the morning?
Yo, certified fat. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, been a great week. We're going to take the weekend off and be right back with you live and direct Monday morning for Top of the Morning right here on the Urban Conservative. I know y'all been fiending for another episode of the podcast. We got some great guests lined up coming on to the Urban Conservative podcast. So make sure you hit us with a like, share, follow, subscribe so that you know when we drop new content. And if you haven't done so already, please go over to tuconservative.com. Grab yourself one of those Hamilton plans to help us continue the plan of spreading these values, urban conservative values. So let's do more to win in 24. We will see you guys live and direct on Monday morning right here for Top of the Morning on the Urban Conservative. For my twin brother Raheem Architect Soto, I am Abdul Ali. Have a positive, productive day. Oh, wait a minute, bro. Wait. Technically, this is 4th of July weekend, is it not? Technically?
Yeah, it is. It is definitely. So, America, enjoy that.
All right, appreciate it. And shouts out again to everybody that supports the platform. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we will see you live back in here on Monday for Top of the Morning. Peace and love, y'all.